Well, we've got the podium for Spa with Rebellion, Porsche and Audi on the podium. Le Mans around the corner. Graham and I will be back with you for the Nürburgring 6 hours, of course, as we have other duties at the Le Mans 24 hours, not on the TV scene.
Ralph Juttner given the honour of representing the team, the backroom boys, on the podium. But, well, the 8 crew, John, will be revelling in this.
The national anthem of the winning manufacturer and entrant Audi. Pierre Fillon, the president of the ACO, presenting trophies to a very happy Rebellion number 13 squad. They didn't get the stand on the podium. They got the points, and they in the record books as third, but of course that result came to them much, much later after the post-race scrutiny. Post-race scrutineering issues, anybody?
Don't even start.
Nelson Panciatissi's car coming back on a flatbed as well as Nick Manassian's. And there's the winners, Audi. I think it's dinner at Audi tonight would be a good shout.
Oliver Jarvis and Lucas de Grassi, first-time winners in the WEC. Loic Duval knows that feeling, but will be very pleased to feel it again. There's one proud team boss.
One functioning hybrid on the podium at the end of the race.
You will seldom see a happier podium than this.
Well, everybody's got reasons to be cheerful. 1, 2 and 3. Because the look on the face of those Porsche guys when they were told you've just got to manage it to the end. Oh, thanks, lads. But you see, we've had 2 great stories, haven't we, of proper endurance thinking. The Porsche guys stay out there, they drop all the way down into the teens. Out you go, just keep going. Look, they were in the pits less than everybody else, the 2 car. That's remarkable, by 2 minutes. So you've got them, and then you've got Toyota at the end, throwing everything at that car to get it charged up and sent around for one hybrid lap. 1,120 kilometres.
Astonishing. More than 10% more than we used to have the old style.
6 hours.
The 1,000-kilometre races.
Or 6 hours, whichever came first, yeah.
Absolutely amazing stuff.
And that's on 44% of the carbon-based fuel. Oh, good catch.
What a different 6-hour race this time, John. As I said a little earlier, Formula Awesome we had last year, and again at Silverstone, Formula Bonkers this time around. Absolutely. And there's a group of people that deserve a huge amount of respect and applause. The Rebellion Racing crew. Not had a lot to cheer about for quite some time. And let's not forget, it's the 13 car that did it. And there's one name that will be on the minds of every single one of those Rebellion Racing crew, and that's Damo, because it was his car. Rebellion Racing lost a much-loved member of the team in the aftermath of the Nürburgring race last year.
And I can tell you that, unsurprisingly, Toyota Gazoo Racing have walked off with the Spirit of the Race Award, as voted by the listeners over on radiolemans.com, for the brilliant thinking and the true endurance mentality that grabbed them a few points at the end of that race, which could be so important in this year's World Championship.
This will be a great result for the Aston Martin Racing team. Marco Sorensen there, Johnny Adam in the centre, and Fernando Reis coming home third in the 97 Aston Martin. Ford on the podium, and it's the all-British crew. Marino Franchitti, Harry Tinknell and Andy Prio. And the winners of the 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps GT Pro Davide Rigon.
Sam and Dave.
And Sam Bird.
Don't look that happy, those two, do they? I think they realised that that one was a bit of a gift.
Yeah.
There's no asterisk against it in the records, though, and the points are still the points.
45 car makes it back on the back of a flatbed as well, so a track littered with broken. Double win then for Sam and Dave. Winners first time out at Silverstone. Both race wins in the books then for the brand new 71 crew, Davide Rigon and Sam Bird. Wait to see which of the expected pair of third drivers for the AF Corsa crew joins that pair. I believe it's going to be Andrea Bertolini and Alessandro Pierguidi between the 51 and 71, but not sure in which car. We'll see either of those very quick men yet. Another amazing race. I'm sparing a thought for Jimmy Bruni, but particularly for James Gallardo. Problems in the dying embers of this race for that car cost them the win and the finish. And we can see very clearly, so their teammates in the 71 get the plaudits and the trophies, just how that affected James Gallardo. Congratulations to Ford too.
And we see Corvette, of course, joining in that battle for the 24 hours of Ford, plus the work-supported Porsches from Core Autosport.
No, not those cars. Monza, the Porsche team would be running those cars, but 4 Fords, 2 Corvettes, 3 Porsches, and 3 Ferraris, plus the 2 Aston Martins to do battle. Risi Competizione, of course, coming over as well to join in the fun. It's going to be an amazing GTE Pro battle at Le Mans.
Yeah, we rejoin our colleagues at Radio Le Mans for that. We'll be back with you on WEC TV for the Nürburgring, which I'm already looking forward to. Another 6-hour sprint, just an hour or so down the road from where we are now, and it will be another huge crowd there as well, and that will mark the end of the European part of the WEC season. There is the confirmation of the GTE Pro with AF Corsa winning. It should have been first and second for them, really.
Should. Dominated that race.
Aston Martin will take that back a lap or so. Just
and actually a very efficient race from Aston Martin. 6 minutes and 16 seconds in the pits. A minute longer for the 67 Ford. And over 1,000 kilometres for all of the top 3 finishers.
Yes.
GT Pro again.
Yes, that's happened 2 in a row.
Another fantastic display from a hugely professional GT Pro field here in the World Endurance Championship. And still a very sizable crowd in that grandstand watching these podium celebrations.
Remarkable, Dave.
I think
Remarkable.
It's going to be the P1 privateer podium, so we'll see the 13 crew again.
Just 6 seconds at the end ahead of Marcel Fessler, by the way, the number 12 car.
After that clash that cost Fessler the opportunity.
I'm very surprised he didn't get pinged for that.
So third in the LMP1 privateer class is going to be the Bicolis, the 4 car. James Rossiter, Simon Trummer, another Swiss driver there. There's Ollie Webb. James Rossiter at the moment. This is due to be his final race for the team this year.
Question, did the Zeod do a full lap of Le Mans under electric power, or was it the other one?
Not in, Zeod didn't do it in the race, did it in practice or qualifying. Second position in the privateer stakes, Nico Prost, Nelson Piquet Jr., Nick Heidfeld, the 12 Rebellion. But here they are again. This time they get to stand on the top step of the podium. 3 very happy men indeed. Dominic Kleihammer, Teo Tusha, Alexander Imperatori, and here's Bart Hayden. So Alex Pesce, I think it is. Especially with Bart Hayden, team owner, team principal. A really good day. Day of days for Rebellion Racing. That's a truly international podium. A couple of Brits, 3 Swiss, an Austrian, Brazilian, a German and a Frenchman. That's why it's called the World Championship.
Yeah.
Frederic Lennard, the general manager of the ACO, hands over the team trophy.
Ziad did the battery lap in morning warm-up, we think. Just been looking that up. Well, the sun was shining on a big crowd and an expectant set of enthusiasts for round 2 of the FIA World Endurance Championship as the most technically advanced cars in the world made their annual Prix Le Mans trip to the Ardennes Forest and to Spa-Francorchamps. The Porsches had locked out the front row. They'd had 11 pole positions before Silverstone when Audi pipped them to it, and it was the usual charge down to La Source the first time around, and it was the midfield and the P2 category, notably the 37 SMP P2 car, that had the bad luck at the start. All of the major manufacturers led the race at some stage or another, with Audi, Porsche and Toyota battling to the head of the timing and scoring monitors. There was great racing all around the circuit, with the hybrid energy being deployed in different ways by the different manufacturers, giving them different strengths and weaknesses, and making the Audi R18 e-tron Quattro the fastest lawnmower in the world. At times, the positions were changing faster than we could keep up. Mike Conway, one of the prototype drivers who was penalised for avoidable contact. Nicky Team taking a wild ride in the Aston Martin after being tipped into a spin by Simon Dolan. That brought out a full course yellow. The good news, Nicky Team walked away. More mistakes in the prototype category, this time by Dominic Kleihammer in the Rebellion. That cost him a penalty. And then drama at the head of the field for Toyota. The 6 car already had an engine problem, and the leading number 5 went out with an engine problem too. The number 2 Porsche had had no hybrid battery power since the early part of the race, but that was now up into 2nd position. Frightening moments for the Ford team, debuting here at Spa with the Ford GT. First time at this track, Stefan Mucker taking a wild ride and a big hit. That brought out a safety car. Stefan Mucker at the infield care centre, pronounced OK, bruised. Back to green flag racing. And another mistake, this time from an Audi, Marcel Fessler, cutting across one of the P2 cars and costing himself any chance of a better than 5th place finish. In GT, Pedro Lamy and the 98 car going to the head of the field, and drama for Ferrari. The 51 car, which had been so strong all the way through, got to the last 9 minutes before its engine expired, handing the victory to their teammates in the 71 car. In LMP2, the 36 Alpine survived a last few moments splash for fuel and took the victory. And at the front of the field, the number 8 Audi came home with maximum points at the end of the race, beating Porsche and Rebellion on the podium in 3rd position for the 2nd race in a row. So the P2 podium.
P2 podium, Signatec Alpine, the 05 on top of the podium. Good news, of course, for Dunlop as well. 36 crew take the wing, Gustavo Menezes, Stefan Riquelme and Nico Lapierre at the end there. 2nd place to Pipo Derani, Randiel, Chris Cumming in the 31 Sakina Petroni SM Ligier, and 3rd place and a 1st podium in the WEC goes to the 45 Mana WEC car, Roberto Meri, Matt Rao and Richard Bradley. Some more good news for lots of people here too. Another very happy podium, but that was a dogfight at the end. Astonishing move to retake the lead from Nico Lapierre. Traffic played a part.
And fair play to Pipo Derani, did not put Marino Franchitti off the track, which he could have done quite easily. That was a really classy bit of driving by Pipo, but we've come to expect that, haven't we?
Well, we saw the Signatec team have a cracking finish last year.
And by the way, 3rd place for Mana after being dead last at the end of the 1st lap in that 45 car.
Strong start to the season from ESM continues. Well, this is what we want to see. New faces on podiums, John. That's what we want to see. There we go, 151 laps. And the top 4 cars at the line separated by 5.4 seconds.
All right, that was unusually slightly influenced by a safety car,
but they retained it despite pit stops in the last half hour.
And a 40-minute dash to the flag.
Indeed. Action-packed stuff in P2 again. That's where we saw quite a lot of the racing, wasn't it? As well as not a little of the incident. Perhaps too much contact between P1 and P2 cars this time out.
I have not seen so much misjudgment, I'm going to use that word and be kind, by experienced drivers in both P1 and P2 for a very long time. 1
podium remains, and that will be the GTM.
Great shot.
What a beautiful place. This is the Drivers' Championship.
Porsches.
It's the number 2 Porsche crew.
Look at those seconds.
It's the 13 Rebellion crew are 2nd in the World Championship.
How fantastic
Then
is
it's
that?
the number 8 Audi crew. And then, 4th, it's the 12 Rebellion crew. Well done, Bart Hayden and everybody at Rebellion Racing.
That is called punching above one's weight and one's budget, achieving more than one's budget and achieving more than the regulations really let you.
A 19-year-old Swiss driver is 2nd in the World Championship tonight.
Yeah.
In a privately run, non-hybridised Rebellion.
Giving away something in the region of 600 horsepower.
GTM, Barbara, competition, 3rd in the Corvette C7R, Paolo Roberti, Yutaka Yamagishi, Pierre Rag, 2nd for the 83 Ferrari crew. Mano Gallard, Reaguash, Francois Perodo, and the 98 Aston Martin back on form. Paul Delalana, Matthias Lauda and Pedro Lamy.
Now the national anthem of the winning entrants.
Oh, I do love hearing that song. I don't motor race, I do love hearing that song. And significantly, John, that is the first win in WEC competition for the brand new, for 2016, technical partnership between Aston Martin Racing and Dunlop. Now, is that the first GTE win for Dunlop in the WEC?
Who else would it have been? They've done ELMS with
I think it might be.
BMW. I think it probably is.
Well, I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, Graham and I'll be back with you for the 6 hours of the Nürburgring. Before then, it's Le Mans 24 hours.
The Everest of the sport. The achievement of a lifetime, where boys become men and men heroes.
Les 24 Heures du Mans. Enter the legend.
The top.
5 minutes. We cannot walk on the gun. Remember the start signal.
Stronger. Mythical.
Oh, he's just gone back onto the lead lap.
Night and day. Light to night.
He's just changed his GT. Oh, he spun out.
Feel the race.
Ferrari at this point, he's got to get his foot on the accelerator.
We are right here, baby.
The 24 Hours of Le Mans on 18th and 19th June.